shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
How's everybody doing today? And we are doing it live in the Caliente garage. You guys are on with your boy Caliente, doing it live in the Caliente garage. The originator, the motivator, the inspirator, Caliente. What's going on, everybody? I see we got a lot of people joining in today. We got a special guest in the Caliente garage. A special guest. I got a special treat for you guys. How you doing, Bo Jackson? Charles Broadway. What's up, Lady Love? I see you there. TJ Blocker, Nicola. How you guys doing? Fred Davis, Bayou Rome. You guys are live with your boy Caliente. What's going on, Jerome Collins? Adam Nunn. You guys are on with your boy Caliente, live in the Caliente garage, and we're going to have a good show for you guys today. In the Caliente garage, I got a special guest, a special treat for you guys. One of our very own Caliente Gold Wing Riders, the White Knight. What's up, White Knight?
This is your boy, actually known as the White Knight, taking time off the ground and showing off my bike. What's going on, Caliente?
White Knight is in the building, everybody.
Yeah, living Caliente style, living Caliente forever. It's beautiful to be Caliente. What's going on, everybody?
And one of the main reasons for having White Knight on today is a lot of people out there have been asking, where is the White Knight?
Yeah.
Where is the White Knight? Where is the White Knight? You know, I put out a lot of videos for you guys that follow me on YouTube. And believe it or not, I have brought so many people on my video channel. I put a lot of people on, introduced those guys to the world, and a lot of those guys I'm still friends with. You don't really see them as much, or you may not see them anymore in my videos, and I'm still friends with a lot of those guys. We talk privately, quiet as it's kept. Everybody, cannot come on YouTube with me, but they are still in my life. So that's one of the reasons why I got White Knight in the Caliente garage today. People have been asking, where's the White Knight? I haven't seen the White Knight. So today we got the White Knight.
Up close and personal, baby.
Up close and personal. So White Knight,
yes, sir.
What's been going on with you, my brother?
Well, my brother, I've been living, and first of all, I just want to give all honor, glory, and praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who is the head of my household, who is the head of my life. Thanking God that I'm able to see another day, to be amongst friends, to be amongst all of the viewers and anybody that loves the Gold Wing or Dark Side, and just anybody that loves God. I'm just glad to be here and to be up inside of the Caliente garage. Y'all, this is a special place to be in right now, because I'm not going to lie to you. I honestly, I have known this man for about 35 years now. And when we were growing up, he would have all types of Nikon cameras and stuff like that. I used to look at him crazy because we didn't make a lot of money. But the little money he made, the man was buying cameras, CBs, all types of crazy things. Now when I come up in this garage and I see this set up, the Gold Wing, y'all know he's the king of the wing. The Gold Wing got everything except the kitchen sink on it. Now I see that the kitchen sink got a faucet up in the trunk of that Gold Wing. But again, I'm loving it because, again, it's an inspiration, a motivator. I'm loving what's going on because I'm inspired to go home and go inside of the White Knight's garage, look up at that Gold Wing, get my gadgets going, because if you want to know anything, I don't care what it is, call Caliente and he's going to be able to tell you, especially when it come down to the technical parts of anything, but he's a good friend for life. Sometimes I have seen this man build stuff from scratch. I have seen this man solve problems that nobody could solve. By the way, I need you to help me in my marriage after this live. By the way,
I got you. I got you.
But at any rate, guys, it's still it's amazing, and it's a blessing to even see what's still going on up inside the Gold Wing ride. I haven't been on my Gold Wing in a minute. A lot of you guys might not know, but last year I lost my son. My son was murdered in Memphis, Tennessee, and God brought me through that, guys.
Amen.
Brought me through it, and in the process of it, just even knowing that people was asking for me, it touched my heart and it touched my mind and my spirit, because I didn't even know the white knight was even thought about like that. I have had, and I want to tell y'all, first of all, the people that have reached out to me on Facebook, offering condolences, questioning me, asking me how am I doing and everything. Y'all, I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It feels good that people that I don't even know all over the United States that just knew me through the Caliente Gold Wing Riders, only knew me because of Chris Caliente, would reach out and be concerned about what's going on in the White Knight's life. But again, I just want to tell y'all how good that makes me feel, because most people think that bikers are mean, or a lot of people think that bikers don't care about anything, but we are a caring community, especially Caliente style. We care about one another. When one person hurt, the whole team hurts. If you just love the ride, and like Chris has always said, he don't care if you riding a scooter or a bike, he's still a ride with you. And again, me going through the things that I have went through, it has made me into a better person, y'all. You would say, well, dog, how has that made you into a better person? It has shown me the true value of what life is. Life is just not about just trying to get money and trying to get worldly possessions and everything. It's about loving one another. It's about trying to be around people that are like-minded as yourself. In the Caliente Gold Wing Riders, the Dark Side group, we never have been people that we want to hate on anybody. We want to go against anybody, even though people hate on us all the time for no reason at all.
Amen. Amen.
For no reason at all. We don't care about anything, even though I feel that there were other groups out and everything. We never claim to be no larger than what we are, no smaller than what we are. We just claim to love the ride and love one another. That's all we have ever did. And unfortunately nowadays in this world, you're going to have people that's going to hate on you, people that's going to not like you for no reason at all. But again, through everything that I have witnessed, knowing this man for over 35 years, I'm proud to know him. I'm proud to know y'all, and I'm proud to be a part of this group.
Well, thank you there, White Knight. It's truly an honor and a blessing to have you in the Caliente garage, because like I said, a lot of people are always asking, where's the White Knight? Why don't we see the White Knight? And you and I, we have a very good relationship. We talk privately, as we've done for the last 30 years or so.
Yes.
And just because you don't see the White Knight doesn't mean that he's not a part or is in the group of the Caliente Gold Wing Riders.
Right.
So we just appreciate White Knight, and most of all, I want to give honor to God for just waking me up this morning and keeping me in my right mind, because it'd be a lot of things trying to come against your boy Chris, but I just thank God that he gives me the strength and the courage to keep moving on. And so today I just decided to do this video for you guys. I know some of you guys have been wanting to do more Caliente Live. I have a lot going on. I started this because I wanted to be able to do something different and interact with my viewers and just do something different. You guys know I log thousands of miles and I love riding, but sometimes we have to, come to a stop and just relax a little bit. And that's one of the reasons why I created the Caliente Live. And that's one of the reasons why I started to do this. And as you guys know, I've been getting text message and phone calls because other motor vloggers are in the Gold Wing community is starting to just, I'm also inspiring them. So when you guys watch these other motor vloggers and you see the headsets and you see the mics, you guys know who brought it to the Gold Wing community. I didn't start it, but I brought it to the Gold Wing community, and as you can see, others have followed. But I just thank God that I touched so many people, that I touched so many lives, and I thank God that we are joined here with the White Knight. But one of the questions that I would like to ask you, White Knight, people want to know about, they wanted to come to Memphis to the restaurant. Tell people what's going on with that, because that's one of the questions I was getting. Does White Knight still have the restaurant?
Well, y'all, unfortunately, last year, in 2018, I had acquired the Mouthful of Memphis Grill, and it was prior to my son's death. The restaurant did well. It could have used a little bit more support, but it did do well enough in order to keep it open. But unfortunately, after my son died, I really had to focus on my life. I had to focus on the things that I was going through personally, and I shut the restaurant down in July of last year. Mouthful of Memphis is no longer open and owned by me. I've started focusing on my security company. It's called a Protection Agency, LLC, here in Memphis, Tennessee, where I offer armed and unarmed guards to various clients throughout the city of Memphis and in Mississippi and Arkansas as well. And again, I've been focusing more on just really living life, y'all, more so than business, because at that point in time, I had actually three businesses running. I had my security company running, and then I had the restaurant going, and then I also was buying and selling cars. And so I was in the hustle and bustle of trying to make more money, and I was missing out on the true value of life. Actually being up inside of this garage and being amongst my friends, talking to my friends, and y'all watching us live and being around my friends, that's what you call living nowadays, as far as I'm concerned. I can't tell any man or woman how to live or anything like that, but I'm going to suggest that if you want to live, it's best to live amongst friends and to live amongst friendly people. And again, I missed the restaurant business, a little bit. I'm into entrepreneurship, and again, I do miss the owning the business, and but the thing is, I have learned the value of living life more so than just living life to make money, y'all. And that's what happened with the restaurant. Again, I no longer own it or anything. I may in the future open up another one, because once you have, it's like riding a motorcycle. Once you learn how to ride, you're gonna know how to ride for the rest of your life.
Right.
I might end up opening up another one, because I would love to have a spot for all of us to meet up that one of us actually own, because I'm into, again, entrepreneurship,
Yeah, and I think that's, I commend you for trying to, start the restaurant business and have a place where people can come and sit down and eat and fellowship and, learn about Memphis, because, I have a lot of followers all across this great globe, all across America, and a lot of times people would like to just, they ride, and that's the thing about Gold Wing riders, is they just need a reason to ride. They just need a reason to come to Memphis, and a lot of times they want to know, where's the White Knight? Where's a lot of the guys that you used to ride with that I saw in your videos? And we're going to be bringing them back on 2020. I'm gonna make it my business, and to try to get some of those guys back on the YouTube channel, and because I know they have fans too. A lot of people saw me with certain guys and they just wonder about them, and we want to try to bring them back in 2020. I got some great things planned for the year 2020, so you guys be patient with me. So we're just doing it live in the Caliente garage, and we're going to be also going to the phone lines also, because some of you may have some questions. One thing about the Caliente garage is we cover all different types of topics. It's not always motorcycle related. It is a motorcycle channel, but sometimes we may talk about things other than motorcycles. So if you guys have any questions, right now, you guys could call in live. The telephone number is 901-468-9033. That's the live number. If you guys would like to call in right now, if you have a question for me, or if you have a question for the White Knight, you can call in. The phone line is wide open, 901-468-9032. Go ahead, caller. You are live with Caliente. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Chris Caliente, Robert Hatch III, my friend. How are you, sir?
How you doing there, Robert Hatch? I'm doing fine, my brother.
It's a blessing. Mr. White Knight,
Hey,
how are you, sir?
What's going on? It's good to hear your voice, sir.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure to see you, man. It's a pleasure to see you. I don't know if Chris related. He's exactly right, Doc. I've been following Chris since he had his 2014 motorcycle.
Yeah.
And, man, saw you at the beginning, saw you with your restaurant. So I had messaged Chris or had spoken with him the other day and just asked about you, Doc. So it's good to see you, man. God bless you. Good to see you.
God bless you, sir. It's good to be seen, and it's good to hear your voice. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, us sharing in each other's life, to even be able to say things like that, to offer peace and blessings to one another like that, to support one another, sir. I don't know your face from Adam's house cat, but I'm just so glad because from even the sound of your voice, I hear the genuine encouragement, the support that you're offering, and this is what I call living Caliente style. You agree, sir?
I absolutely agree.
All
I've told Chris on many occasions, that's what has drawn me to his channel. That's what has drawn me to want to reach out to him via his live podcast. Mm-hmm. It's the genuine nature that I saw him put on this platform and the people that are surrounded by him. The Lady Loves, White Knight, Dark Knight, Humdinger, JC.
Yes,
I can name the whole, Sister Sue, Brother Cowboy. You all are just the genuine nature of who you are comes through in the videos, in what you say that's not scripted, when you're supporting one another, whether it be from Brother Cowboy, opening up his home to Chris, when he goes to Texas, whether it be you and your encouragement of Chris and your adolescent relationship to adulthood,
yes,
whatever the case may be,
yes,
it comes through in a major way on this platform. That's why I'm committed to supporting it. I spread the word as much as I can, and I've told Chris this on a million occasions. I love what you guys are doing because we are so divided in this country. We're divided on everything you could possibly imagine in this country, and to see people come together over the love of motorcycles to support one another, no matter what it may be, is phenomenal, and I love it.
Caliente forever, baby. Caliente forever.
Man, I just appreciate you, Robert Hatch, man, for just calling in and just supporting your boy Chris, supporting the Caliente Going Riders and what we do, what we stand for. And I just appreciate you, my brother, and I thank God for you there, Robert.
You likewise, Chris. Likewise, you know, you and I have had a chance to speak on a couple of podcasts before, some other things. You know, I'm definitely in line with what you're saying. And White Knight, to piggyback off of what you were talking about a moment ago, it just so happens that last time Chris and I talked, we were talking about just that thing. We all have to work. We all have to pay bills. We've all got to take care of our responsibilities. But sometimes that chasing for that extra hour or overtime or trying to do this and trying to do that to make another dollar, sometimes just the time spent with good people, friends, and family is so much more valuable than money. That's living life.
That's what you call living life.
And the older I get, that becomes more important to me. So I absolutely agree with you 100%.
Yes, sir. And you know, again, one thing, when you were talking about division, if you look at it, and you know, and I'm not trying to be a Bible thumper or anything like that, but the Bible says, look, a house divided, it will fall. That means in any particular thing, imagine riding your bike, and if one tire is flat, that bike ain't gonna roll right. Actually, if there's any issue on your bike, it could be from the smallest thing to the largest thing, it would not roll right. But just imagine that it takes so many intricate parts in order to make that bike go from point A to point B. But they all got to work together. They don't have to hate on each other. They don't have to dislike each other. But they got to work together in order to get that bike from point A to point B. And that's something that I would love for all mankind to do. It's for us to get together, because that's the only way you can get from point A to point B. You cannot get from point A to point B. Not saying that you got the bike, every part of that bike has to agree with one another, because it's going to be many issues that bike is going to have to encounter. It's going to have to go through bad weather. It's going to have to go through wear and tear of the bike. But the thing is, if they are working together to make it from point A to B, that bike will make it from point A to B. But anytime there is, a bunch of hating on each other, a bunch of dissension amongst one another, that bike ain't going to move. So if you love that bike, how much more is to love each other? How much more?
Oh, I'm sorry, White Knight. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead, sir. I want you to piggyback on it or whatever. Go ahead.
Listen. And Chris, if I have your permission, I'd like to expound on that a little bit. But definitely, this is your platform. I just want to expound on that a little bit, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead, Robert. You got the floor. Go ahead, my brother.
Listen, White Knight. I love exactly what you just said. We all have got to learn that.
Yes.
And individuals who seek out individual spotlight, adulation, whatever the case may be as relates to YouTube, Instagram, likes and views, those that seek it out by hating on others, by trying to disparage others' reputations, names, and characters, I hope they understand that will always fail and backfire. I hope that's clear to them. When, like you said, we're not trying to be Bible thumpers or anything, but my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is the head of my life, is the head of my wife's life. Again, that's why I'm drawn to this group. I'm drawn to support Chris, this channel, anything that he does, because that comes through. Without him, ain't none of us got these $30,000 motorcycles.
Amen.
Ain't none of us got anything that we so-called play with and toys and just the basics of life. We don't have it without him. So not trying to be a Bible thumper, but you have to treat people in the manner in which you want to be treated.
Yeah.
And
Amen.
I guarantee you, pride and all that, the Bible says that comes before your destruction. So you want to try to tear another man down to bring spotlight or adulation on yourself, I promise you, it's not going to be the kind of adulation and spotlight you want. I promise you that will always backfire. So you are exactly right. We're stronger together. With all of these motorcycle events and rallies that we as a community put our hard-earned money into, the millions of dollars that goes into it, and we're not represented correctly. Well, together, we can do our own.
Yes.
Together, we can do so much.
Yes.
And be strong and make it available to any and everybody. We can control it. We can do that where nobody's excluded. But if we're divided, it's going to always be a problem. It's going to always be a problem.
Something. Listen. No bragging. But I'm not going to even talk about my personal vehicles. But listen, there's no problem with having a Cadillac and a Lexus and a Mercedes in your job, or a Ford Pinto. All of those vehicles are made to get from point A to point B. All of them will do the same. But it's not about just picking out. You might have one more. You might have a vehicle that you like more than the other. But you should love the fact of all of the vehicles, because all of the vehicles do the same. So Caliente, yeah, I love Caliente, but I love everybody. I love Caliente and I represent Caliente, but I represent all God's people.
Yes.
So my thing is, it's not, I would wear the Caliente patch for life. I would be Caliente forever. But just because I'm Caliente for life or Caliente forever, there's no grounds to hate on me or anything like that. And that's one thing I love about this group is really we promote love. Otherwise, if it wasn't, I would not even be a part of this group. We are supporting
Amen.
love and unity.
Amen.
That's it. We not hating on nobody. We don't, whatever anybody else got going on, whether they like the dark side or whether they don't like the dark side, we still ride. The man say he'll ride with you riding on a Japanese motor scooter. He don't care what you ride. He's still a ride. He can be a tricycle.
That is correct. Now, I've never heard, matter of fact, I've heard just the opposite come out of Chris's mouth on so many occasions. You think about it, White Knight, you all have 70-year-old members, women that ride Can-Am Spiders. Chris will tell you in a minute, you got a Rose Canala, you roll down one hill and you can hardly make it up the next. I'm riding with you. I'm there with you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hook you up to the mountain. Up that hill if you can't make it.
That's right.
That is what this group is about. I've got a colleague of mine. He said, Chris, if you join that group, Chris ain't going to let a Harley rider be a part of that group. I I said, I bet you Chris
That
will.
ain't true.
Yes, I will.
Your wings,
He'll
and
do
you'll be riding right with the group. It don't even matter if you got a Harley Davidson. It's about riding, enjoying life,
That's
and
right.
supporting one another and doing the things that we should be doing as a community of people, not a community of black people, not a community of white people, not a community of gold wing riders, not a community of Harley riders, but a community of people, period.
Amen.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right. That's right.
Amen. And again, that's what I applaud, because see, from the especially with the original members when it first started, when when Chris Caliente first started off, and the original members, everything was completely about love. We didn't care what you really wrote. As a matter of fact, I hope you don't mind me asking him a question, Robert. I got to cut in between this question. I've been knowing the man 35 years. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You see, me and him, talk for hours on a daily basis. And I remember I used to talk to Chris, and I got to ask him this question. He don't even know this question is coming. I ain't got no choice.
Okay, I'm ready.
What made you go dark side?
The old dark side question. That's a very good point.
Listen,
that's a very good point.
I argue with this man for me and him used to discuss and say, it's a car tire, not a motorcycle tire. And I don't want this to be completely about that. But I still got to ask this question.
Well, that's a very good question, White Knight, and a lot of people ask me, and sometimes, and that's the thing about being human. You can always change your mind.
Yeah.
There is nothing that says you can't change your mind. I know a lot of couples that decided to spend their life together and decided to change their mind.
Yeah.
I know guys that decided to go and work for a company and they end up quitting because they change their mind.
Okay.
So don't don't feel like when it comes to life that once you make a decision, you can't change your mind. That's the beauty about being human. Sometimes you may decide to take a vacation with your wife and then you decide, you know what, we're not going to go there. We're going to go somewhere else because we have the right to change our mind. Sometimes you loan money out, or sometimes somebody may call you for some money and you may think about giving it to them. And then when you look at their track record, you say, nah, I'm changing my mind. So getting back to the original question, why did I decide to go dark side? In the beginning, and also let me bring this up as well before I get right back to that. Sometimes you can prejudge things before you get to learn it. Sometimes you hear what people say, or you may have a preconceived idea about something, but you never really try it. So I always say, don't knock it until you try it, unless it's ungodly. If it's ungodly, then no, don't do it. But if it's within God, then that's fine to try it. And if you decide you don't like it, there's nothing wrong with that. So but let me answer your question there, White Knight.
Yeah.
I was having these conversations with you. I've had these conversations with other motor vloggers in the past, and I never tried it. I just it didn't make sense. It didn't add up. Why would I put a car tire on a motorcycle? It just didn't make sense. And for a long time, that was my position, until one day I actually went through 2 sets of Dunlop E4s in a 1-year period. So that did it. So it was not that I couldn't afford motorcycle tires. I just felt like it would be a waste to constantly buy tires every time I turn around. And I was one day talking to my good friend JC, aka Jimmy Cooper, out there in Bald Knob. And JC had been telling me for months, Chris, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. He even let me ride his bike. And the first time I rode it, it didn't feel right.
I was with you when you did that too.
Yeah, that's right. You was with me. You was with me, White Knight, when I actually tried it, and it didn't feel right. It just felt different, and I was not used to it. I was not comfortable with it. So I decided to just wait a while. But after going through those 2 sets of Dunlop E4s in a 1-year period, I realized I had to try something different. And once I actually tried it, I absolutely loved it. So from that point up until now, I hadn't changed. I still have the Dunlop E4s that I took off my Gold Wing, Since then, I've been dark siding. And in the words of my good friend, Brother Cowboy, Caliente Gold Wing Rider out there in Funky Town, Texas, I ain't never going back. You hear that, Dunlap? I ain't never going back.
Brother
Hey, Chris,
Cowboy.
if I could add just one little thing to that, because again, I'm a devout follower. I'm entertained by your videos. I love your videos. When I can't get out and ride, a lot of times I'll watch a video to you, and that'll get me over till next time I can get on my motorcycle. But you got a really nasty message one time about going the dark side, and something to the effect of, if you couldn't afford the motorcycle, maybe you need to choose another hobby.
Right.
It's just what you just said. People that have money because they're prudent and intelligent with it.
That's
what
right.
sense does it make to buy 2 sets of tires in a year with the way you ride? The way you ride is not going to change. If anything, you're going to increase the miles you put on your bike. The more experiences you have, the bigger your group has, the more impact that you have. People are going to push you to do that. They're going to want to get out and travel more. You're going to want to get out and travel more. So it's prudent, intelligent, smart of you to want to try to do everything you can to make sure your motorcycle is in the best condition possible and ready to ride at any moment, at any time. And for you at this point, that means going dark side. Period, point blank. Not about you not being able to afford it.
And Robert, let me just tell you what I just, in this conversation, I mean, all this is from the hip, y'all. But one thing that I just love that I just heard when my brother just was talking, Chris was talking, it's nothing wrong with changing your mind.
That's right. That's right.
Let me tell you why I say that, y'all.
Right.
Let me tell you why I say that. A lot of things in my life, and you know, I'm 46 going on 47. A lot of decisions that I made, I wish now I could have changed my mind before then. The older I get, I'm glad that I'm changing my mind to focus on the right things. You can start off one morning and say, "Look, I'm going to be angry today," but you have to make a choice to change your mind. When my son was killed, I was very upset, y'all. Very, very upset about it. And I had all types of feelings within myself. And the feelings, I had to think about it. Know who's the head of my household, and it causes me to change my mind. So it's a good thing when you're able to change your mind. Some things might not even make sense to other people about what you're doing.
That's right.
Dark side at that point in time did not make sense to me. I still have Dunlop E4s on my bike, but guess what? When the White Knight rides them out, I have changed my mind.
That's right. There's nothing wrong with changing your mind.
Nothing wrong with changing your mind. And I want to say this to any hater. I don't dislike you if you're a hater, but it's nothing wrong with changing your mind. You can become a congratulator. You don't have to be a hater your whole life. Nothing wrong with changing your mind, Robert.
Nothing wrong with changing your mind at all. As a matter of fact, a man that starts out on one path and is humble enough to be able to still be obtaining knowledge when he sets out on that path, and then as he encounters certain things on that path, it forces him to change his mind because it's in the best interest of him, his family, or whomever.
That's right.
A man that is humble enough to be able to do that is an intelligent man in my book, because a man that starts out on the path and is so stubborn that he can't vary from that path, well, I'm kind of sorry for him, because he's gonna hit some pitfalls if he doesn't along the way listen to some people that may have a different perspective than him. It may not be a better perspective, it just might be a different perspective. You talked about a moment ago how all of those motorcycle parts may not all agree. That's what makes this world the best that it can be, because White Knight, your contribution, Chris's contribution, my contribution, we come together, we don't agree on how we get to the same destination at first, but as we're talking and everybody's perspective comes into that pot, guess what? We're going to probably put together the best course of action that could possibly be, because we've got everybody's input. That's what makes the situation as good as it can be, and that's what I love about this group. That's what I love about Chris's platform.
Can I tell you what else I love about this group? See, there are no, people would say that there are big eyes and little U's and stuff like that. Somebody has to lead. It just so happened Chris Caliente is our leader.
Thank you, White.
But the good thing about it is he's just not focused on himself. You see, sir, I don't even know what part of the country you're from. You're probably not even in Memphis. But he has even allowed for anybody that wants to, they can call in and be a part of this group or this video if they want to. They have to make a choice of whether they want to be a part of it. So again, it's all about the choices that you're making. There are no little I's or little U's, because again, the number is out there right now. If you want to eat, come eat. If you want to drink, come drink. If you don't. But there are choices that are out there, and that's what this group is. This group is not. There's no color barriers. There's no gender barriers. There are no barriers. There are no barriers. We don't have a barrier. If you don't want a dark side, there's no barriers. You don't want a dark side, you don't have to dark side. If you don't want to ride a gold wing, I like gold wings, by the way. But if you don't, I like how Harley sound, by the way. I like how gold wings ride. I like the durability of them. But I don't hate whoever has a Harley. I don't care if you got an Indian. I don't care I don't care what you're riding. All I care is, look, what are your motives? Are your motives good? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in friendship? Friendship with one another. Are you trying to create division? That's the only thing. Now, I don't want people around me that are creating division, but I wouldn't mind them being around me if I can tell them or show them a better way to be. If they can tell me or show me a better way to be.
Right.
But see, you're a 47-year-old man, White Knight.
Yes.
Chris is a 40-plus. I'm 45 years old. I'll be 46 this year. When I first really started calling in or really got serious about it, I had an Indian. I felt welcomed by Chris, you, and everybody else was included, because it was never a problem. And Chris, I don't mean to take the platform. You let me know the minute you want me to shut up, man, but you know how passionate I am about this. Let's call the roll. Sister Sue just got her trike.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember the video where Chris called her and congratulated her. Right there, impromptu, no script, no nothing. Chris, do you mind if we do a division of the Caliente Gold Wing Riders called the Caliente Gal? Out hesitation. Absolutely, Chris. Yeah, you can do that. Now, Brother Cowboy, Sister Sue, that's an interracial couple. You got a problem with interracial couples, this might not be the group for you, but y'all welcome everybody with open arms. You got Jason and his wife, Little Bit. You got Teaspoon and Angel Eyes. You got 70-year-old members in this group. You got Lady Love on a Can-Am Spider. The group is inclusive and representative of what we should be as a people in this world. Not just this country, not just the state, but in this world. Yes. Everybody can be a part if you want to. If you make a decision not to be a part, you don't have to hate on this over here because you chose a different route. And just go do your route, and guess what? If you're doing something that we agree with, we're going to support you, even if you didn't make the decision to come over to this side.
That's right.
And I agree with you, Robert, man, because it's a lot of people out there, man. They watch they don't. I don't know what it's. I don't know what I know what it is. It's the enemy. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places. People that watch my vids, they love what I do, they appreciate what I do, but there is this small 1.01% of idiots out there that watches my vids on a continuous basis, and they hate what I do. They hate us riding together. They hate us coming together as a people. They hate that we are successful at what we're doing. We're bringing people together. We're not discriminating. We're having fun. We are joining together, and we're just living life, enjoying life. And that's what it's all about. But you got a 0.1% of individuals that sit back and don't like what we do for whatever the reasons may be. And I would just like to tell those guys, we're going to keep moving forward. We're going to be successful in our mission, and we're not going to stop because you don't like what we do. And another thing, if you don't like what I do, don't watch. Don't be a part. Don't look. Don't do anything. Just do your thing. But over here, we love each other. We come together, and we are a Gold Wing community, and we're not going to stop because a couple of idiots are trying to throw stumbling blocks in our way. We're just not.
It's interesting. It's interesting that you say that because again, y'all again, I know y'all might say that we're Bible thumpers. We can't help that we were raised right. I'm sorry.
To God be the glory.
We were raised right. I knew his mother. God rest her soul, but she was a real woman of God. She was a real woman of God. And she never really played the part of compromising the word of God. I don't care whether it was, her son or her daughters. She always stuck with God. Same thing. I was brought up the same way, to have godly principles. But so the reason why I'm bringing this up, sometimes in this life, you have people just like the devil was God's right hand man. God never had a problem. At that point in time, his name was Lucifer. He never had a problem with him being his right-hand man, but the devil wanted to exalt himself higher than God. God was his creator in the whole 9 yards, and he wanted to exalt himself higher than God. And that's when the division and the problems came in at that point in time. But if he would have just been happy just to be who he was.
That's right.
And if he would have just been happy to be what he was and to contribute whatever he could have contributed, all the problems that we're having today, death, rape, robberies and stuff, none of this stuff would be taking place. But because there was envy, because there was pride, because there was strife, because of those things, that's why we have the things happening to us today. And I'm talking about in 2020. We already have enough stuff that this world brings to itself. They talking about this coronavirus now and all this other stuff like that. But the world is doing it. It's not that that this planet is doing it doing it. It's the people in this planet that are causing the problems. And again, my thing is what I would like to exhort every man, woman, boy, girl that's under the sound of our voice right now. If you feel a certain type of way of division or hatred and thing, it's nothing wrong with changing your mind. That's the thing that I like. I'm going to use that today for that I can change my mind. See, it's not too late. The problem is when you can't change your mind.
That's right.
That's when the problem come in, when you don't have an avenue to change your mind. But I would just say, make sure when you do change your mind for the better.
That's right.
Change your mind for the better. And I'm gonna stop, with the preaching and everything. But still, I just want to let y'all know that God is in the Caliente group. So again, if people don't want to hear about God, this might not be the group to even watch anything like that. But I implore you and exhort you to listen to it, because that's how you'll be able to understand how this man gets on his bike, which I be thinking he crazy sometimes. He get on his bike, he be doing all types of video stuff on his bike. It's like he be doing acrobats on his bike, and I be like, man, this is life threatening. The man be eating, videoing, using all types of gadgets, working this, working that. But that's his choice. He has made a choice to do that, and it's not hurting anybody in the process of it. So y'all, let's make a choice. Go ahead, sir.
Cool, White Knight. Don't forget about that coffee. That he'll lift that modular helmet up in a minute and take that coffee sip. He'll tell you, I got this coffee this morning. I'm gonna sip on it, and next thing you know, there go that helmet going up, and that coffee he goes.
I know, man. I'm not lying. He would be riding. Sometimes he'll be in front, and I'm just riding with both my hands on the handlebars. And I look up and I see this man doing a news report for Channel 5 News or something. I mean, it's like he done changed out of his clothes, put on a 3-piece suit, and turned into the President of the United States. This is Chris Caliente coming live to you. And you're like, what you doing 80 miles per hour on the Gold Wing? Out there on the Gold Wing. Out there on the Gold Wing. Y'all remember that?
Listen to me. My wife still knows that slogan today. When I get ready to leave the house and I call her, I'm on my Cena that Chris needs to get a bill for. Chris knows how I feel about that. I got to send him an invoice because all the money I've had to spend, it just don't make sense. But White Knight, I'm going to disagree with you on one issue. You don't have to stop talking about the Bible or anything of that nature.
Yeah.
You can stop talking about it all you want. It comes through with how you guys interact.
I agree.
And faith and love and those things that we have to do in this world to take care of one another is action. It's action. When we can sit, you got plenty of people to talk about it, but it comes from JC to they lost their sunlight, they coming back in the dark. This man's finna bring JC home, load his bike up, and take him back home, then have to drive back home. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, so whether we stop talking about it or not, the qualities of integrity, character, and community and fellowship and genuine concern about that man sitting next to you, it's going to come through. Yeah. So whether we stop talking about it or not, it's going to be prevalent.
And that is the moniker. That's the moniker of this group. It's really about love. It's the love for the ride. Well, where does love come from, Robert? Where does love come from? It comes from God. It comes from God.
I'm sorry.
And that's where love comes from. So if you say that you love the ride, I just love the ride, I love my bike. Well, first of all, you got to understand where love comes from. And if you love your bike, you love the ride, and that means that God is up in you. That's what I don't understand, why people don't love each other. You see what I'm saying? You could love these $30,000 bikes, Honda, Harley. You can love these $30,000 bikes, but you can't love each other. You can agree. You can agree with getting on the bike and riding, but you can't agree with each other. Or you can't even agree to disagree with each other. It's nothing wrong with having a disagreement. I've been knowing this man for 35 years. You better believe me and him have had some disagreements. You better believe that. But at the end of the day, where are we at? We're friends because we love one another. No funny bunny stuff. It's just we grew up together.
That's right.
We grew up together. So we actually love each other. He's like a real brother to me. I didn't come from his mother. He didn't come from mine. But we still have a genuine love for each other. And that's what this group, and that's what we're about. We love everybody, man. We don't care what color you are. We don't care what gender you are, or anything. We doing everything in love, even loving our bikes to ride. That's out of love.
Right.
That's right.
That's what that is.
And that's the problem that a lot of people have, is they hate what they see in this group. They hate us coming together. They hate us joining. But, we're not going to give the devil the victory.
That's right.
We're not going to give him the victory. We're not going to give him praise. I serve an almighty God.
That's right.
Who sits on high and looks down low.
That's right.
So
Amen.
We're not going to worry about the people with the nonsense, because they can't do what we do. They don't like what I'm doing. And they want to say all these bad things. In White Knight, let me change, kind of go this direction for a minute. Okay. You and I, we did a Feed the Homeless event last year, and I felt the Spirit of God come over me. I felt the Spirit of God leading us to do what we did, and I think it was absolutely beautiful. I think it helped a lot of people. But believe it or not, we got a lot of kickback because someone tried to make it out of something that it wasn't. Had nothing to do with what they was talking about, and the only thing it had to do with was feeding the homeless. That was it. Feeding the homeless. It didn't matter if you was black, white, gay, straight, Democrat, Republican, small, tall, big, fat, little. It didn't matter. It didn't matter your ethnical background. It didn't matter where you came from in life. All it mattered was we are feeding some homeless people, and someone tried to take that and twist it and make that dirty.
Wow.
So, and it's things like that I know is not the work of God. The work of God is not the author of confusion.
Yeah.
So when you are amongst people that will say anything to try to bring down acts of kindness, it really makes you scratch your head and wonder why. Yeah. But I think as people, we can do better. I think we can do better. Stop looking for the negative. Stop looking for the faults. I can create a video and it will be perfect. Let me give you a prime example. Just one prime example. I did the Caliente weather forecast. It wasn't perfect. And I pointed at, they claim I pointed at one state and I mentioned another state. And it's things like that. That's my point. They look for the fault. They don't look at the how much I put into it. They don't look at the quality. They don't even care. They just watch the video to look for the fault.
Yep.
So and you know what? You're gonna have to stand before God one day. You're going to have to stand before God, and you're going to have to answer for all of that.
Well, Chris, if I may,
go ahead.
I'm not going, and then like you say, I'm not going to say anything else about negativity or anything of that nature, but it's not only trying to find the fault in your videos. I know exactly what you're talking about as it relates to that feeding the homeless video. I watched it when you first put up. I watched the rebroadcast. There was no fault with your video. The person or the entity that had some strong pushback on that video totally misrepresented what the video was about.
Missed the point.
So, and if you don't mind, Chris, I'd just like to challenge everybody that may even be familiar with what we're talking about. Go back and watch both videos, and you will scratch your head and wonder what the heck was this other individual talking about, because it makes no sense.
Right.
What you, White, and I remember White Knight was kind of leading the discussion and trying to encourage the people in the midst of that video. And you were saying, I don't even know if you said anything in the video. I know you put up some governmental statistics at the bottom. You went back and explained all of that.
That's right.
Some statistics that had nothing to do with you.
Right. I didn't make up those statistics.
From the government website, and they were taken and totally misrepresented. And basically, the person told a lie about what your video actually represented. So it's not just about finding fault or you pointing to the wrong state or whatever. People can be so evil and vindictive and so prideful that they'll just lie about what's going on.
Robert, I don't even know. No, I did see the video and I saw some of the comments, but I'm gonna show you this. I just want to show you this. Let's just say if the person thought they were right. Let's just say if the person that was doing the accusing thought they was right. If their heart was right and they loved and really loved, they would have came back with statistics to debunk the statistics that were actually put out, that were actually true, that were actually factual. They would have, if their heart was in the right place, out of love, they would have said, well, thus and thus and thus and thus. All they did was offer hate without an excuse for the hate. That's the funny thing about it.
The statistics that I actually put up on, and if you haven't seen the Feed the Homeless video that I did with White Knight and I went out along with the Caliente riders. We went out and fed some homeless. Go back and watch that video. Draw your own conclusion. Go back and watch it and draw your own conclusion. But basically, it was taken totally out of context. The statistics that I actually put on that video was off the government's website. I didn't create those statistics. I didn't make it up. All of those statistics that you saw in that video was not my statistics. Those were statistics that are that's public information. You can find them on websites out there. I didn't make it up. So why would somebody think that I'm trying to put down a certain group of people when the only thing I was trying to do was help somebody? But see, that's the trick of the devil. That's why I know it's the devil. That's why I say we're not going to even give the devil no airplay. You know, that is a trick of the devil. It was totally, that video was taken totally out of context. Totally out of context. So, you know.
Intentionally, Chris, be sure you got to put, in my opinion, well, I'm not going to put that on you, Chris. In my opinion, I should say, it was purposely moved to a different context to support that person's objective for the rebuttal video. Because if you watch that video, there's no way you can draw any other conclusion than that you all were trying to help somebody.
Right.
If you draw any other conclusion than that, then you've got an ulterior motive.
Right.
So that's all I'm going to say about that.
And that's all it was.
I'll let that lay right there.
Yeah, we're going to let it lay back there, right there. And if you guys didn't watch that video, go back and watch it. Feed the Homeless. I'll put a link in the description for any of you guys that want to go back and watch that video. And it was totally taken out of context. It was only meant to help. It was not meant for anything else. It was not to be pointing fingers at anybody. It was not to be singling out any particular type of person or any particular race or any. It was just only to feed some people in need. That was it.
It was not even. It was, excuse me, Chris. It was not even for the Caliente Gold Wing riders. We really genuinely just wanted to feed somebody. You know.
Right. And it was taken totally out of context. So, but anyway, we're gonna move on from that.
Yeah.
Robert Hatch, we're gonna give somebody else an opportunity to call in?
Robert, it was good talking to you, man. Good talking to you, man.
My pleasure, White Knight. I'm just up the road from you guys.
Okay.
I'm just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, about 20 minutes outside in Laverne, Tennessee. Chris, I'm gonna let you go. I know you got other callers. If I could, if you don't mind, Chris, I'd like to share with you something that one of the motorcycle groups up there in Nashville is going to do for the victims of the tornadoes. If that's okay, if I've got time to do that.
Yeah, go ahead, Robert. Go ahead.
Okay, the Redemption Riders Motorcycle Ministry, today is a group that I follow on Facebook. They're going to sponsor a ride on Sunday, March 22nd. Registration is going to start at 1:30 p.m. Kickstands up at 3 p.m. It'll be $20 per bike, $5 per passenger. All the proceeds will be going to the CRC, the Community Resource Center, which is currently taking all kinds of donations of hygiene items, bleach, trash bags, gloves, whatever you can do to help anybody that may have been affected by the recent tornadoes of this week. At Boswell's Harley Davidson on Festivals Lane at 401 Festivals Lane here in Nashville. Again, that'll be March 22nd. And Chris, thank you once again for the platform. Thank you for all you do, and I certainly appreciate you.
Okay, and we thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Robert, man. We love you, man.
Yes, sir. Love. We're coming right back you guys' way. Absolutely.
And send me any information that you would like to send me that I can put up on my page and also on the website if you get the opportunity. So thank you, Robert. We want to give somebody else an opportunity to call in. I appreciate you, my brother.
No problem. You gentlemen have a blessed one. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Robert.
And we are live in the Caliente Garage. I'm giving you something that other moto vloggers can't give you. Today we are joined by the White Knight live in the Caliente Garage. It's been a while since the White Knight has been on any of my videos. A lot of you have asked, where is the White Knight? Why come we don't see the White Knight anymore? Is he still riding? Does he still have his restaurant? So today I brought the White Knight in to answer any questions that any of you may have. If you guys would like to ask me any questions, if you guys have any concerns or any comments or anything you would like to add to this video, the phone line is wide open right now, 901-468-9032. That's 901-468-9032. Go ahead, caller, you're live with Caliente. Go ahead.
Hey, my name is Roger. I follow you on Facebook. I'm going to go dark side, and I saw your videos, but I never understood why turning the front tire backwards on the front wheel.
Okay. So your question, stand by. And where are you calling from, caller?
I'm calling from Eugene, Oregon.
You calling from Oregon? You watch my vids in Oregon?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. And what's your name again? My apologies. What's your name again?
My name is Roger Tiller.
Roger Tiller. And you're calling from Oregon, and you would like to know why do I turn the front wheel backwards on the double dark side on the BT45? And that's a very good question, and I'm glad you brought that up. As I've stated before, I am not the one that started dark siding. I learned about it years later. They've been dark siding probably before I was born, and my hat goes off to my good friend JC that got me started dark siding. And what is dark siding? Dark siding is when you put a car tire on the rear of your motorcycle. But what is double dark siding? Double dark siding is when you take a rear motorcycle tire, you bring it to the front, and you turn it backwards. So to answer your question, Roger, the reason why bikers was turning the tires backwards is because when that rear tire is on the rear, it's designed to push water away from the bike. Basically, it's designed to bring water and push it behind the bike. So when a dark sider takes that front wheel and put it on the front and turn it backwards, the concept is to push water away from the bike in rainy conditions. So that was the concept of changing the tire into a reverse rotation with that tread pattern, is to push water away from the bike. But from the riding that I've done, from some of the dark siders that I've talked to that have been dark siding before me, the riding that I've done, I've learned that it works better to just run it in a regular forward rotation, not the reverse rotation. Now, again, you can run it in a reverse rotation, but if you really think about it, Roger, how often will you be riding in the rain? And
Well,
I'm
in Oregon, and it rains about 8 months out of the year. But my main riding is probably in the dry season.
okay.
But I do cross country riding, so it's not just in Oregon.
Right. So if you have a gold wing, the gold wing has the big fairing on the front. So even if water is brought to the bike, it doesn't matter because you still have the big fairing on the front. It's going to block the water anyway. So technically, if you're on let's say you own a bike that doesn't have the big fairings on it and is open on the front, then you may want to consider going in a reverse rotation. But on the Honda Gold Wing, I recommend just riding in the forward rotation. You're not going to notice any difference as far as the water is concerned. And I've also have heard some darksiders say that the tires will start cupping faster when you run them in a reverse rotation. So the bottom line is this. As for what I do on my Gold Wing, the one right behind me, I run it in a forward rotation. With my Centromatic wheel balancers, I don't have any issues. But there are some guys out there that reverse theirs because of the water. I personally don't, I don't do that. I run mine in forward rotation.
Okay, that explains it. I have the tires, and I haven't put them on yet, and I didn't quite understand, because one video I thought you said you were putting them on the backwards rotation, and I just wanted to clarify it before I went ahead and mounted the tire.
Yeah. You what kind of bike do you have?
I have a 2010 Gold Wing.
2010 Gold Wing, okay.
Yeah, I just bought it about 4 months ago. My new bike, or a newer bike, I have a Indian Roadmaster.
Okay.
2016 touring bike. So I have two bikes.
Okay. All right. How long have you been watching my videos, Roger?
I've been watching probably since September, October.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you watching my YouTube vids, and that's and you are on the Facebook group, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And you've been very informative. I want to appreciate you for your videos. They've been something that a lot of people take for granted that you explained, and it's nice to review those and watch them.
Okay. Thank you, Roger Teal. I appreciate you calling from Oregon, man. I didn't know my videos get out that far.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon.
Stay out of the rain. Stay out of the rain in Oregon.
I'll try that. Go Ducks.
All right.
Talk to you later.
All right. Thank you, Roger. And we are live in the Caliente garage, joined by our very own Caliente Gold Wing rider, the White Knight.
Hey, that's what I like about being with the king of the wing. You can ask him a question, and he's no politician. It's not scripted. None of this is scripted.
Right. It's not
the
scripted.
The man can answer a question from the hip.
And it's the truth.
And it's the truth.
And who does it like Caliente?
Nobody.
Nobody does it like Caliente.
Nobody.
Keep watching. You're gonna be seeing some other guys pop up trying to do what I do. But y'all know where they get it from, right? Oh, did I say that?
No, you didn't say that, Caliente.
I didn't say that, did I? They gonna fall suit. Y'all just watch. But I think people know who's the original.
Yeah, and it's good. And it's nothing. Hey, listen, I would rather have somebody that I can call and get advice from than to hate on the person that I need to call to get advice on. How am I going to hate on the person that I need to get the advice from? I don't mean any harm. Y'all can go to the YouTube videos. Anything that you need to do with your bike. I just Bluetooth my bike. I Bluetooth my bike about 6-7 months ago when he came out with the Bluetooth situation on how to make a Gold Wing. I'm talking about the older Gold. I have a older Gold Wing. He showed, it was informative. He come up with the products that you need to buy in order for it to be a better ride. And what you gonna hate on that for? You should be thankful. Just like the last gentleman that got off the phone, he was thankful when he asked the question. He was thankful for the information that he got.
That's right.
I'm thankful. Hey, look, man, you gonna be friends forever, Chris. Cause I need your advice, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. Caliente forever, baby.
Hey, White Knight, check this out.
Yeah.
While I got everybody watching, I got some Caliente flags.
Okay.
These are some white Caliente flags.
Wow.
Actually, white. Check this out, White Knight.
Oh man.
Check this out.
That's gonna have to go on the white night.
Hey, I got white Caliente flags. Huh?
I got the black one. I'm gonna have to get the white one.
I got white Caliente flags. So if any of you guys got some white motorcycles and you like to keep it clean, I got white. White flags.
It started off as black.
I got black flags.
And he got black ones. But the thing that we like, you can change your mind.
You can change your mind. Like that's what we said. You know, if you like black, we got black. If you like white, we got white. And we're gonna be coming out with some more colors a little bit later. So if any of you guys are watching this video and you want to get the Caliente official flag, just like the one behind me, just like this one, the official Caliente flag, and they some good flags, y'all.
They are.
Y'all don't see no complaints online about these flags.
They're very durable.
If you guys want the flag, you can text me. As of right now, you can text me 901-468-9032. I'm going to be putting the website back up this month as well. I'm going to be putting some flags on the website. But if you guys want the flags, you don't want to wait till the website is up, you guys can contact me, 901-468-9032, if you guys want to get in on the Caliente flags. And again, we are here in the Caliente garage doing it like nobody can. Your boy Caliente live. Who does it like Caliente? Nobody does it better.
Nobody.
And they get mad at me because he that doesn't toot his own horn, his horn may not be tooted. and let me say this. And I've had this discussion with people. You know, I've had people say, oh, you're arrogant. Oh, you're cocky. No, I believe I'm confident. Let me say this. If you sing, they have awards for singers. What award can you get for being a singer? White Knight. Can you think of any award?
You can get a Grammy.
You can get a Grammy for being a singer. Mm-hmm. What about movies? Could you get an award for movies?
You can. You can get an Oscar. You can get I forgot what they call it, but I think it's AMA or some to the effect of that.
Okay, so we know you can get a movie you can get an award for movies. What about these sports athletes? What about a basketball player? What awards can these basketball players get?
MVP, all types.
Defensive Player of the Year.
That's right.
They got all kinds of records and everything like that.
That's right.
Let me ask everybody that's watching this video. What awards can you get for motovlogging? And I'm gonna wait for your response. What awards can I get for motovlogging? I have put out over 900 videos. Over 900 videos. Who else can say that? What other Gold Wing motovlogger can say they put out over 900 videos? And at the rate I'm going, I'll have 1,000 videos before summertime. Who else can say that? So I said all that to say this. I'm not bragging. I just believe in myself. And if I don't pat myself on the back, who else gonna pat me on the back? Who else gonna tell me good job? Who else gonna hand me an award? All the videos I make is free, pro bono. Everything I buy out of my pocket. I don't have any sponsors. I don't have any endorsements. Nobody has approached me. I'm not making any money. So why is it wrong for me to pat myself on the back? Why is it wrong for me to say that I'm the best at what I do? If I don't say it, who else is going to say it?
That's right.
Everybody like compliments.
That's right.
Every woman walking around like compliments.
That's right.
Every you know, when you finish school, they have a graduation. You know, that's your award because you have exceeded and excelled and you have completed the course. They hand you a diploma. You go to college, you magnum cum laude. Some of you thank you laude. You know, and there's all types of awards for people that, you know, honors and you know, you college graduates know what I'm talking about. You know,
man, who is the king of the wing, man? That's what I want to know, man.
So the point I'm making is when I say things like I'm riding the most luxurious motorcycle in the world, you know, this is my bike. I feel that way, and I feel that way about anybody that's riding a GL 1800. To be honest, so when I say things like that, you know, I have to pat myself on the back. You know, I have to reinvent myself. I have to keep motivating myself. You know, because when you're doing something like I'm doing, I put in a lot of work into what I'm doing. People have no idea how many motovloggers you know Gold Wing, because you got some guys say, well, I'm not talking about Harley riders. I don't even watch Harley riders videos. I'm talking about the Gold Wing. Who else does it like me?
Jerome Collins just said, nobody. Nobody
does it like me.
Yeah.
So when I say things like that, you know, I have to give myself a boost. I have to pat myself on the back, because if I don't, who else is going to do it? So we're going to be going to the Caliente live. Go ahead, caller. You're on with Caliente, and you're also on with the White Knight. Go ahead, caller.
What's up, Chris?
What's going on, Lady Love?
Lady Love.
What's up, White Knight?
What's going on, Lady Love? How you and Humdinger? How you and Humdinger doing? Out on that pretty spider.
We blessed, we good.
Okay, it's so good to hear your voice.
Yeah, same here, same here.
Nothing but love from here. You know, out of the Caliente garage, out of this Caliente video, nothing but love goes out to you, my sister.
Thank you. Same here, same here.
How you like that spider?
Life is an understatement. I love it.
It's beautiful. You got one of the most pretty. That's one of the I love that color you got, but it is so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I would say as beautiful as you, but I don't want Humdinger to come beat me up.
Just tell the truth.
Okay, well, that bike ain't beautiful than you. You got that bike beat.
And we are on with Lady Love. Nothing much. Lady Love, I think most people know who Lady Love is. You've seen her in my videos. Lady Love outright most men that I know. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I may get in trouble for saying this, but I think Lady Love outrides, I'm going to say all men. Well, I can't say all men, but I'm going to say most men. Lady Love is up there. I mean, she's like, when I say top 10 riders, Lady Love is like, she's at the top. She's at the top.
Oh,
and you got, Lady Love is at the top. Now, I know some guys that ride like Slappy. Slappy puts it down. But as a lady, I'm talking about ladies, so I want to separate the guys to the side. As a lady, I think Lady Love and Ursula probably rides more than anybody. Oh, I can't forget about, I'm going to get in trouble, y'all. I can't forget about Pinky. I can't forget about Pinky up there in St. Louis. So if I don't say her name, Pinky rides too. It's a lot of lady riders.
Sister Cowgirl.
Sister Cowgirl, yeah. Congratulations on Sister Cowgirl getting her trike. But Lady Love outride, and I'm not trying to leave out any of the ladies. But I know Lady Love. Lady Love's ride with me, and Lady Love can ride and she don't complain. She rides through the rain, the snow, the cold. Lady Love is a hardcore rider. I'm here to tell you. So we appreciate you, Lady Love.
Thank you. Well, I was just calling in to see what you guys was up to.
Lady Love, we are in the Caliente garage. We here with the White Knight, doing it for YouTube, doing it for Facebook.
That's right.
Giving it to you guys, bringing it to you like nobody else can.
That's right. Out of love.
It's all out of love. It's all out of love.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's all out of love. So we appreciate you. Where's old Humdinger there, Lady Love?
Here you go. Hold on. I'm in the
Humdinger.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Humdinger, you are live in the Caliente garage. Anything you say can and might be used in a Caliente video.
What's going on, Humdinger? This the White Knight.
White Knight, how you doing, man?
Man, how you doing, my brother?
Yeah, it's good to hear from you.
It's good to hear from you, my brother. I mean, I know since I heard from you, you done logged at least 1 million miles. I know this man that rode back and forth to California like it wasn't nothing, like it was just like it was just an occupational hazard. He just said, "Forget it, I'm finna go ahead and head to California." I think he probably did it in a day, y'all.
and also, let me say, hey,
well, we plan to go back out west. June the 2nd. That's our plans.
Okay.
Hey, Humdinger.
Yeah.
How old are you, Humdinger?
71.
God.
Humdinger is 71 years old, and he have taken more road trips with me than probably anybody. And he outride, I believe, anybody in his age bracket. I'm not trying to take nothing away from, other guys out there that ride lots of miles as in his age bracket, but I can say that I've seen Humdinger ride. And Humdinger rides, and he don't even wear he will not wear heated gear. He will not wear heated gear. He's better than me on that. Humdinger will not even wear heated gear. So we appreciate you there, Humdinger.
Yeah, I'm still here.
We appreciate you, man. We need to get together and ride soon, okay?
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. Right now, you take care, man.
Hey, you take care, my brother.
Chair now. But,
Okay.
You guys take care. I'll be in touch with you all.
Okay, White Knight. Humdinger, we'll holler at you later, brother.
All right, then.
Okay, tell Lady Love we said goodbye.
All right, holler at y'all later.
Okay, we'll see you later, love. Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.